This is video number 5 in the Intermediate Skills and Techniques series for violin and viola students. In this video, we're going to learn to play number 1 through 5 on the practicing the positions, this right here, okay? So make sure you have printed that off. If you are not one of my students and you would like this, try to find a way to contact me. Currently, I teach at Beckendorf Junior High in Katy, and I'll be happy to share that with you. Okay, so what we did in the last video was to just kind of play in third position. And I told you should have practiced playing those notes in third position. We're going to do a little bit of review of playing notes in third position, just to remind you how they should sound. Make sure you're tuned really well and you have your tuner on your stand as well, okay? Remember, the tone issue, it starts, if it's fuzzy, it's a lack of strength here. If you've been doing all the exercises all year long and done the vibrato exercises with me, then your fingers are probably pretty strong and you're probably ready for that. If you've skipped that stuff, you're probably not really ready. So it'll take some time to get the strength. Hopefully you already have the strength you need. So just go to third position on the D string. And remember, first finger in third position on the D string is G. We have G, A, third finger is far away, B, C, not C sharp, G, A, B, C. Here's how your hands are spaced. Space here, close together here. Play G, A, B, C, nice and slow. Third position on the D string. Go. G, A, B, C. Now go backwards. C, B, A, G. And go C, B, A, G. Do 2 G's, 2 A's. And go G, G, A, 2 G's, 2 B's. And go G, G, B, B. Now 2 G's, 2 C's. And go G, G, C, C. Now take out your practicing the positions. Number 1 through 8 only deals with the notes on the D string, okay? So we're not going to review the notes in the A string right now. Look at number 1 on practicing the positions. And I want you to notice that below the first note, it has a Roman numeral 3. That's how we know we are in third position, okay? Now, why didn't it have Roman numeral 1 for first position? Well, there was no need before because we were only ever in first position, okay? Now, if you're ever going to see a song that has different positions, it will say Roman numeral 3 when you're supposed to be in third position, and then Roman numeral 1 if you're supposed to be in first position, okay? So look above the note. Here's our other clue. Look above the note. It has a 1. Well, that first note's a G. So we're in third position with first finger down, okay? Now we're just making sure our G's and open G's match. So let's play number 1. It should be pretty easy. The notes look the same. It's still a G. So violins, that G, whether it's played like in violas actually too, whether it's played with 3 fingers in first position or first finger in third position, for violins it's going to be on the second line. For violas, it's going to be on the top line, okay? So that note still lives the same place on the staff, it lives the same place on your instrument, you just play it in a different way. That's all. Much like when you learned A, fourth finger, it looked like on the D string, it looked like open A. It sounded like open A with a little bit different tone. It's the exact same thing, okay? So you're going to keep your hand there in third position the whole time, even when you go over to play open G. Do you need to shift down to play open G? Absolutely not. You don't even need your hand there for open G, but we're going to keep it there, okay? So number 1, I think you can just, tell you what, shadow bow it first. Shadow bow, 1, 2, number 1, shadow bow. The whole purpose of this is to make sure your hand is set in third position and you're matching. You're matching the open G. It's an octave, so they should sound the same. Now play number 1 with me, and 1, 2, number 1, and go. G, G, G. Now open G. Okay, If at any moment in this video you need to pause and either rewind and play again with me or just pause and figure out something on your own, please do so. Don't move on to the next one till you can play through the line that we just did. Now go on to look at number 2. Number 2 has 2 different notes in it. It's only 4 measures long, just G and A. That's it. So how are we playing G? Well, look, below the first note it says 3rd position. Above the first note it says 1. How are we playing the A? 2nd finger in 3rd position on the D string. Okay? Shadow bow number 2. 1st finger down on the D string in 3rd position. Okay? Shadow bow 1, 2, number 2, shadow bow, G. Now A, 2nd finger. Easy, yes? Play with me now. It's only G's and A's. That A lives the same place on the staff as it always did. It lives in the same place on the fingerboard like it always did. You're just going to play it a different way. Okay, play number 2. 1, 2, number 2, and go. Okay, if you missed anything there, pause and do it again. Now, something that might help you when we start to read more and more notes, I told you this when you were like way back at the beginning, that if, to help you read notes, 1s and 3s are on lines, 2s and 4s are on spaces. It's the same thing in 3rd position. It's different in 2nd position, it's different in 4th, but in 1st and 3rd position, if the note is on a line, it's either a 1st or a 3rd finger. If it's on a space, it's either a 2 or 4. Okay, that might help you kind of get started in reading in 1st position. You're going to be tempted to play open A instead. Don't play open A. Can you play open A in 3rd position? Yeah, but we're not doing that because we're practicing playing in 3rd position. Okay, number 3. Now this has 3 notes. It's also 2 lines long. Notice that. G, A, and look at the 2nd measure, B. How do we play the B? With 3rd finger. Notice that B's on a line, right? Okay, shadow bow number 3, and 1, 2, shadow bow, go, G, A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that one's a little bit more complicated, so if you feel like you need to pause and practice it first, please do so. If you're ready to try it with me, play with me. Number 3, and G, A, and B. 1, 2, and 3. Remember that 3 is far away from the 2, but not a big stretch. Just a little stretch far away from the 2. And 1, 2, number 3, and go. G. 3 off. Okay? Again, don't be surprised if you need a little bit more practice on that. Okay? Pause the video, get it right, because they're going to get more complicated as time goes on. All right, now we're going to go to number 4. Now, number 4 is a song that you're going to recognize. Notice it has a repeat sign. You're also going to need to do a bow lift. The bow lift is not marked on purpose, okay? Bow lift signs are going to be going away in your music, so I didn't want to give that to you. All right, shadow bow number 4. Again, it says 3rd position before the first note, right? So shadow bow underneath here, and you're in 3rd position. Everything's on the D string right now. 1, 2, number 4, shadow bow. Pressing hard for that 3rd finger. 1 tay, 2 tay, 3 tay, and lift. If you think you're ready, Play with me. If you're not, pause and practice a little bit first. Number 4 with the repeat. And 1. Remember to press in really hard with that third finger. Okay, 1, 2, number 4, and go. One tay, 2 tay, 3 tay, and lift. Okay, now going on to 5. This is the last one we'll do in this video. Going on to number 5. Now number 5, notice, yes, it's in third position, but your first note is not a G, it's a B. So how many fingers should you use to start with? 3. Okay, it goes G, A, B, I'm sorry, B, A, G, say it backwards. B, A, G, okay, so 3 fingers down. Shadow bow, number 5, and again, there's a bow lift. It's not printed in. Where does it happen? When you do the repeat. Okay, shadow bow, 1, 2, number 5, and go. B, A, G, rest back to B. Now, 8th notes. And bow lift and repeat back to the B. Back to the B, press it in hard. Okay, now those 2 songs you learned way back in book 1. That was at Pierrot's Door for number 4, and of course number 5 was Hot Cross Buns. Those are great ones for you to practice a lot because you're going to know instantly, is that in tune or not? You know what the song's supposed to sound like. That's why I put those there. Because I want it to be something your ear's going to know, hey, that doesn't sound right. I better look at my tuner. So make sure that you're doing that. And remember, if it sounds fuzzy, you're not pressing in hard enough here. You're going to have to gain more strength in your fingers before you have a good clear tone in third position.